Blue corner to my right, wearing the white trunks with the red and blue trim, weighing 141 and a half pounds, his professional record, 37 victories, 11 defeats, 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the pride of Lowell, Massachusetts, Irish Mickey Ward. His opponent in the red corner, wearing white trunks, blue trim, also weighing 141 and a half pounds, with a professional record that reads 34 victories, 5 defeats. He has 28 knockouts. He boxes out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Here is Arturo Thunder Gatti. 10 rounds, junior welterweight.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen. You were both given your instructions in the dressing room. Now I want you to be careful on each of your corners where it might be a little wet. So just be careful when you move into the corner. Now both of you touch gloves. I leave it with you. Back in the corner. Stay back in the corner.
If Mills Lane, who recently suffered a stroke, were here, this would when he appropriately would say, let's get it on. This is for you, Mills.
And the atmosphere in the crowd was lively enough during pre-fight introductions that veteran referee Frank Cappuccino came over to timekeeper Mike Murtha and reminded him, when you hammer the bell, you hammer it hard. We've got to be sure of hearing it.
Oh, everybody's expected a good fight tonight.
Mickey Ward starts off with a left hook upstairs, not the trademark punch. That one goes to the ribs. But perhaps a reminder to Gatti, I'll throw it up here too. Gatti's take on how to fight Mickey Ward, who is a body puncher destroyer. Well, he says body punchers don't like it to the body. I'll hit him in the rib cage too.
And I think he's going to do that too.
Another big left hook.
Mickey's not going to get behind on points in this fight in case he gets stopped on the accidental injury. That's for sure. He's coming out off the bat.
Normally a slower starter who sort of builds tempo as the fight goes on, but that's a good point. He probably learned a bit of a lesson in Texas about the importance of getting off early.
Yes, but he's also going to learn the importance of throwing a straight right hand too, because that looping right hand is not going to be effective tonight.
Straight.
Gaddy's been all over the scale, 130, 135, up to 147, now back to 140. I think he may finally be fighting Emmanuel at his most effective weight.
Yes,
and he shows combination punching skill there.
And there's a cut on the right, on the
Mickey Ward.
right eye of Mickey Ward. It's on the corner. I don't know if it's dangerous, but from that left hook that Gatti landed earlier.
Gaddy's looking very good. His shooting punches real loose, freely. Everything is flowing beautiful, and he's moving out of the way very gracefully.
Yeah, Arturo looks good in there, as he's already opened up the cut above Ward's right eye, same eye over which Ward was cut in his loss to Vince Phillips.
And it does look like a bad cut.
Looks
Jim.
deep. Well, you know, we mentioned the two cut men, Al Gavin and Joe Souza. You don't normally hear those names in the pre-fight on camera, but it was necessary tonight.
That's right, and if he can make it back to the corner, Al Gavin is a good cut man. In fact, both of them are good cut men.
Al's as good as there is. If there's anybody who's that good, it's Joe Souza, who's across the way.
So both guys may end up bleeding if this fight continues at the way that it's going.
Well, any fight in which Arturo doesn't bleed is an upset. Look at the combinations, though, from Gatti.
Everything is flowing beautiful. Very natural.
The fighters who customarily give Gatti trouble have jabs. and we haven't seen any jabs or many jabs coming from Ward.
Now that's a great point, Larry. In his losses to Ivan Robinson and Angel Manfredi, he was beaten to the jab. Ward walks in without jabbing. That's perfect for Gatti. Arturo looking over at us as if to say, I agree with the call.
Right now, Gatti. Gatti's got his rhythm to move it. He's doing everything very natural. Everything is flowing smoothly. And I think it's going to continue that way unless Mickey steps it up.
Mickey's going to have to crowd Arturo against the ropes. He won't beat Gatti in the middle of the ring. Gatti simply has better feet.
That's a good fact. And also upper body movement. Gatti's moving his upper body, not just moving. He's moving, bobbing, and weaving, mixing up his punches very well.
Uppercut, left hook. Gatti firing from all angles. It looks so far as though the marriage of Gatti and Buddy McGirt is paying huge dividends for Arturo's basic craft.
Absolutely, he looks very good. He's doing a more variety of things. For the most part, Mickey's very predictable right now. And the speed and the different movements is really confusing Mickey. And you can see it if you study his mind.
But we've seen Mickey Ward lose every minute of every round and win the fight, as he did against Alfonso Sanchez. You can never count him out.
Let him go, let him go.
Ward is having problems with the power that Gatti's got. Because Gatti's a good puncher. He turns all of his body doing his punches, and he's what we call a free puncher. He lets all of his body turn all of it through very loose and natural. And it's the variety of things that he's doing that's really causing a lot of problems.
You understand?
Whereas Mickey is very predictable. Plus, I think the punching power of Gatti, in addition to his boxing, is very effective.
Yeah, between rounds, when we focused on Ward's corner to watch Al Gavin work the cut, I'm told that Arturo Gatti's people, trainer Buddy McGirt in particular, were telling him, you've got too much power for Mickey. He's not used to facing power like yours.
At this stage, he's got a little bit of too much of everything.
Started to say, I think it's the speed more than the power.
The speed, and he's shooting uppercuts, left hooks, right hands over the shoulder, a variety of things.
Body punches. Numbers, Arturo threw 70 punches in round one. He's going to wind up throwing more than 70 at this rate in round two. And he's connecting at a high percentage, and Ward is just occasionally getting in a pot shot here and there.
The impressive thing about what Gatti is doing is that when he throws those combinations, he's not staying there long enough to get hit in return.
Ward is doing exactly what he should do now. He's closing the distance now to try to neutralize some of the movements. He's closing the distance before he punches.
Here to keep the punches up.
And now Cappuccino warning Gatti to keep punches up. So let's make a note that there was a verbal warning at the end of round two. Copy box numbers through the second round. Arturo Gatti averaging 29 jabs thrown per round. That makes it very difficult for Ward, who doesn't really have a jab, to start his attack.
But Ward seems to be applying more pressure and trying to get closer. And he's going to have to continue doing that. He can't sit back at a distance. He's going to have to get very close to Gatti if he's got any chance of pulling this fight off.
And he's going to have to trust that Al Gatti can keep the cut under control and keep him in the fight even as he presses the ball.
Yes, he does. Gavin seems to have did a good job. Usually, a good cut man takes 2 rounds before the blood really coagulates.
Hard left hook by Arturo Gatti. Gatti landing a lot of punches cleanly and sharply. Ward trying to feint his way inside. Looks as though Gatti is still conscious of Ward's left hook, that there might be an opening here for Ward to land the right hand, but he's not really quick with the right, he is with the left.
So Ward is primarily dealing with one punch for the most part. Most of the punches are restricted to the left hand. And most good fighters can neutralize that. He's going to have to stay much, just as he's going down, he's going to have to continue to do that, to stay close.
Gatti turning away from Ward at the ropes and back to the center of the ring.
Well, he's not going to be able to deal with Gaddy's speed anyway, so just rather stick close to him. That's the only chance he's got.
Stop!
Earlier in the round, Ward landed his first good hook to the body. He has to do more of that if he's going to be there in the second half
another
of the
one.
fight.
He just landed his second good left hook to the body.
You got to remember also that Gatti himself cuts up and swells up pretty bad himself.
Well, and if anything will take Gaddy's foot movement away, it would be that left hook to the body. If Ward could get in there.
And he's getting closer and closer now.
What Gaddy's people have been most concerned about is just this kind of stuff that will keep Ward in the fight long enough to bust up Gatti.
Yep, and here's the right there. Here comes the Lowell, Massachusetts contingent rising to the occasion for their fight. And here's Gatti with some of that. I'll give it to him, the body medicine.
Now the fight is set out to be what we expected. So much for the boxing.
They're standing up in round 3.
Maybe those body punches have slowed Gatti down a little bit.
And now he's trying to slow Ward down with body punches too.
Good sharp left hook upstairs by Gatti. Uppercuts for Arturo. Handstand. Ward cut opening again.
Ward has got to keep it in tight like that.
Round 4 begins. In round 3, the two fighters, by CompuBox estimate, landed a combined 53 power shots. 30 for Gatti, 23 for Ward. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. 3-0, 30-27, Arturo Gatti. Jim, I got to tell you, Arturo Gatti showing us not only beautiful combinations, but really, really nice ring generalship. It's a big ring, probably something like 22 feet. He's moving beautifully, keeping Mickey Ward off balance. When he did stand still in the last minute of round 3, he ripped those shots to the body, always combinations. I think Arturo Gatti's won all 3 rounds, although the third one was close.
Given that Ward is the New England fighter, Manny, you have to be surprised at the size of the ring.
Yes, I thought it would be a smaller ring to save him, but right now the ring is a big ring, which really would favor Gatti since he's coming to this fight predicted that he would be the boxer.
Gatti's left eye beginning to swell. No blood yet. Gatti's left eye swells in virtually every fight.
That's because of those high cheekbones that he has. Good right hand. Good right hand. Good right hand.
And Gatti,
Good right hand. And he hurt him with that right hand too.
Gatti trying to clear his head, comes back with his own punches.
Now the warrior is going to come out of both of those guys. I don't think the boxing is going to be too much from this one on. I think Gatti's going to have to fight because Mickey's putting too much pressure on him now. And he's going to resort back to what he's been doing most of his career, and that's to punch.
Gatti to the body. Gatti with uppercut. Right hand. Oh, this is good stuff.
Looks like there's blood coming now from Ward's mouth.
And we saw Ward in those type of fights. Remember the fight with Emmanuel Burton, so this is just one of his normal fights.
Fight of the year, the 2001 Ward Burton broke the line. Oh, that's another right-hand bomb by Mickey Ward. Gatti takes this one a little better, but he's been rocked in this round. Oh, big left hook by Ward. Big left hook by Gatti.
In that fight against Emmanuel Burton, the 35-year-old Ward averaged 118 punches around.
And what's surprising me now, he's coming back with a beautiful short right hand. That's what his most effective punch tonight has been, the right hand now, more so in the body punch.
Oh, what a body shot. Oh, magnificent left to the body. Was it low? Was it low?
I thought it was a little bit low.
And Frank Cappuccino thought so too, and he's going to rule no knockdown, and he's taking a point away from Gatti.
You got 5 minutes to recoup.
Key ruling by Frank Cappuccino. Didn't hesitate at all. He was sure of what he'd seen.
Now, you got 5 minutes. The end of the round.
They've sounded a bell to end the round.
Keep doing it. You know what's happening. Okay. There you go. Ahead.
Harold why did the round end?
Okay, Jim, let me tell you something. It's miscommunication between the referee and the timekeeper. When Frank Cappuccino saw that low blow, there's no question he should have yelled timeout. At which point, Mickey Ward would have up to 5 minutes to recover. If he can't, continue after 5 minutes, he loses. But the timekeeper never stopped the clock, and that's all there was to it. He let it run. He let the round run out.
Does he have 5 minutes now?
Would still have 5, yeah.
No, absolutely not. 1 minute rest period.
Let's take a look and see if the blow is low. Yes, it was.
Yep.
That's how we saw it. You heard Mickey Ward. He's all set. He wants to go. Why is that not a surprise?
In round 4, both guys threw more than 30 power shots and landed more than half. So it is becoming the slugfest everyone anticipated, despite Arturo Gatti's skillful efforts to make it a boxing match in the early round. Oh, look at the granite in Ward's skin as he takes 3 flush power shots.
But he doesn't return fire until Gatti is finished, which invites Gatti to keep going.
Emmanuel, how discouraging is it to Arturo to have landed the kind of bombs he's landed?
It's got to, because he's turning full force on those shots. And actually hasn't really hurt Ward. He hits him with the punches, full force, and Ward may wiggle a lot from the impact of it and lose his balance, but he's never shown that he's been seriously hurt yet. And the only one to me that's been hurt has been Gatti. He got hit with that short right hand.
Absolutely.
Another short right hand by Ward again.
We're about halfway through the round right now. We've lost our round clock. About a minute and a half to go in the round now. Blood begins to flow from above Ward's right eye again. But look at the distance between the two fighters. This is becoming Mickey Ward's fight. They're fighting in a phone booth, and that's the way he wants it.
You know, this is reminiscent of a fight many years back, since we're speaking of the 50s, between a guy named Colin Basilio and Tony DeMarco.
Basilio, one of the fighters I mentioned at the beginning of the night.
Yes. You know, you could take those white trunks off and put one pair of white and one pair of black on, and we could go all the way back to the 50s.
It is man against man in there.
Oh, my God.
This bout is scheduled for 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fans are going to get 12 rounds of action out of 10 rounds tonight.
Now they're going to get 15 rounds.
More. Oh, look at that! Look at that combination!
And Arturo, Gatti's right eye is bleeding.
Yeah.
The blood begins to flow.
And he's loaded up every punch.
A tremendous rally by Mickey Ward.
Condition and endurance and will of Ward. And we saw it in that round, how he came back at Gatti. As Emmanuel, as you mentioned, Gatti hasn't had to throw that many punches for a long time.
No, and he's landed some beautiful shots. But, you know, as I said earlier, now Gatti is starting to swell up and bleed also. But at this stage, I would still have Gatti with him, but it looks very promising for Mickey. Because Mickey has not been hurt yet. He's been hit with some great shots, but he's never staggered away from it all.
Gentlemen, in the 5th round, they landed 98 punches by CompuBox estimate. 88 of them power shots, almost evenly distributed.
Oh, keep that control there.
A hellacious round. So the pace slows slightly here in round 6.
Gatti's fighting this 6 is going to come out now, and it's going to be nothing but a slugfest, I think, for the most part. And I think Ward is going to put enough pressure on him where he can't really box him. He's going to have to fight.
Mickey Ward wants to come to you, he will walk through a hailstorm of punishment to do it.
And you better watch that short right hand that he's trying to get close to shoot over the shoulder. Now, that seemed to be his key punch.
He's turning it over.
Again, yes.
He's turning it over like never before.
And that's just as dangerous as the left hook to the body is at this point in the fight.
Oh, what a haymaker by Gatti. And Ward just comes right back.
Business as usual.
Big left hook by Gatti. Ward says, I'll walk with you over here. Relentless.
That's the right hand again. And he shoots it straight across the shoulder as if he's anticipating the movement of Gatti. Instead of shooting at Gatti's head a lot, Ward is shooting it straight at his shoulders, and he's catching him because most of the time Gatti tries to avoid the right by going down instead of pulling away.
But Gatti is fighting a good round here.
He's winning this round big.
He's gone back to some movement, throwing combinations, trying to move away, standing and fighting, moving again, trying to move his upper body. This is a very good Gatti we're looking at here.
Yep, in the war of wills, Gatti has taken it to another step. And now Ward is going to have to reimpose himself as he did in rounds 4 and 5.
Gatti's went back to boxing. I didn't think he would, but he's went back to boxing. He's working very effective, too.
Yep. And Joe Souza did such great work that I see no blood on Gatti's right eye.
Fight for a couple of years. They're getting what they were looking forward to.
And 6 rounds in the books, 4 more to go. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Jim, 4 rounds to 2, 57-56, Arturo Gatti. Jim, Mickey Ward gets an extra point in the 4th round of the Smack Cappuccino, took away a point for a low blow. It may be crucial at the end of this fight. Round 5, I thought Mickey Ward pulled out because sometimes what you do in the last 30 seconds is just an accumulation of what you've done in the first 2.5 minutes. And it was a great rally by Ward at the end of round 5. Round 6, Arturo Gatti comes back strong. 4-2 Gatti, but Gatti by only 1 point.
I have Gatti ahead 4-1 and 1 even because of that point taken away.
And for the moment, Gatti has succeeded in tempting Ward back into a boxing match.
Yes, he has. Gatti's doing a beautiful job. He's going back to his boxing, his corners, his structures. He's mixing up his attack. Once again, Mickey seems to be confused.
You heard the impassioned speech between rounds by Buddy McGirt, who's been there against some terrific fighters and is turning out to be a very good trainer. Ward pops that Gatti again with that right hand.
I wonder what kind of brains ahead that both these guys have. I mean, they're getting him with punches right on the chin, and it seems like it just stimulates him. Well, another right hand again, and he comes right back.
Big counter left hook by Gatti there, as Ward was a little long with the straight right hand. Left it out there, Arturo popped it.
All right, good. That's what I want to see.
I think Gatti's doing beautiful with his new style of boxing. He's mixing up his work, boxing beautiful, but still he's the big puncher. He still sits down every once in a while and makes you respect him.
He can still fight.
Yeah, and I love his punching power.
Through 6 rounds, Gatti landed more than 200 punches, most of them on the face of Mickey Ward. And here comes Ward.
Let him go.
You can't stop him. Before a big fight, most fighters like to try something new in training. Ward's innovation this time around was to rest only 30 seconds between rounds of sparring.
Yeah, but I don't think nothing can prepare him for this type of a fight here. Not only with a guy who's a busy fighter, but also a great puncher. At this stage, Mickey's been outdone in terms of talent, skill, but not in terms of heart. He's always trying, but
All right, let him go.
just one step behind.
Come on.
Mickey Ward, if he does avoid them.
I don't think he can avoid it. I think all he can do is just try to fight his way through the trouble. He's not going to ever avoid all of those punches.
Let him go.
Gatti is extremely sharp tonight.
Gatti threw 31 jabs in the 7th round. If he keeps throwing 30 jabs around, it's going to be awfully difficult for Ward to reel him in. It's going to set up the chance for Arturo to outbox Ward down the stretch as he's done through most of the first 7.
You know, it's hard for me looking at the wars that I saw Gatti in, and he fought all of the, great wars and all of the top fighters. To see him moving like this, like a young fighter, just totally amazing to me.
And those wars you saw in the ring, he had some equally vicious wars with the champagne bottle and the nightlife on the circuit in New Jersey.
You know, but he's gone through changes before. As an amateur, he was a boxer. Early in his pro career, he was a brawler. Then he changed to a boxer to win a 130-pound title from Tracy Patterson. Then he became a brawler again, and here he is back to boxing.
Just the fact that he's here is amazing.
Well, you give his management team great credit for taking him off for a couple of years to help restore him and give him easy fights and not use him up, because most of us didn't expect to see him still in the ring at the age of 30.
He's got a manager named Pat Lynch who's been as loyal and steadfast as any manager in boxing can be with Arturo Gatti. He's kept his career alive.
Yes, but even with all of that, there's something unusually physically in this man for this man to take all of this. He's just one of those gifted guys like Yvonne Durrell. You just run across guys like that sometimes.
Another Canadian.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Absolutely. I thought that's why you were using Durrell as the standard there. I thought it was a given.
And you know, all of the punches Durrell took, when you meet him, he speaks like a British scholar. So very, very smart, intelligent man.
You don't fight with your head, Arthur.
There's that right hand again. Ward chops away at Gatti. Arturo hitting a little flat spot here. Mickey Ward starts to come on. Crowd gets back into it. Gatti throwing a few change-ups, and then the high hard one. Again, left-right combination landed flush. Ward bleeding heavily.
And Gatti was hurt by a left and a right.
And this
kind of action.
Ward landed 42 out of 71 punches.
We're not sure about Gatti because he hasn't been in this kind of a war with as strong a fighter as Ward before.
body shot again. That's the body shot.
It's the left hook to the body. Ward's money punch, and this knockdown counts.
And he is hurt.
This is it. He's not going to recover. It's not like a head punch.
He may not be able to recover.
I don't think so. And Ward is going to go right back down there again. Right to the body again. He's still hurting from the body punch also still, in addition to the head.
Arturo Gatti refusing to go down as Mickey Ward pounds away.
In the past, this is where Arturo Gatti has been dangerous.
But Ward should go back to the body again.
Gatti risking another low blow penalty to try to get Ward off of him, and lands another big shot.
Burton did Ward punch himself out for the time being with that tremendous barrage in the first minute. Just look at this.
Unbelievable.
Can you believe there's still a minute and a half to go in the round? Gatti blinking away the blood in his right eye. Can't see out of the right eye. Vicious body shot by Gatti. Ward nods as if to say, come on, come on. Come on, let's fight.
Trying to get a break. Ward should go right back to the body. That's where he should go to the body. You know, you dream of fights like this, but the very seldom do they live up to the expectations. This is even more than
you can dream of. Just imagine if you bought a ticket. Stop it, Frank. You can stop it any time. Arturo Gatti's out on his feet. Frank Cappuccino's going to let him keep going.
Gatti doesn't even have the strength to tie Ward up.
And Ward is tied. And here comes Gatti back.
Less than 10 seconds in the round. Gatti's going to survive the round. Whoa. Fight ain't over. Fight ain't over now. Last round. You're back in the corner. Go way back. All the way back.
I thought Buddy McGirt was going to stop it.
No.
After having said to his fighter he wouldn't let him take any more punishment, now we're going to go. Round 10. In round 9, they landed 110 punches between them. And they were all power shots. Harold, what's your scorecard?
Okay, Jim. 85-84. Mickey won. I think that he pulled ahead with that shot that knocked Arturo Gatti down. He certainly won the 8th round, so I got Mickey won up by a point. Interestingly enough, this round is 30 seconds short because that timekeeper never stopped the damn clock at the beginning of the round.
That's right. This round's only going to be about 2.5 minutes.
Which is good news for Gatti.
He's come out and asserted himself again at the beginning of the round. But does Gatti have a full 2 minutes left in the tank? I'm pretty sure Ward does.
Hold it. Come on, wind up like pros, huh?
Ward looks hurt now, but he keeps coming.
Ward has got it, but he's going to have to let it go because the clock is ticking. And at this point, Gatti's winning the round, and this may be the crucial round of the fight.
I think Gatti's having trouble seeing out of both eyes now, Emmanuel.
Yes.
But he doesn't have trouble firing away. Hard body shot by Gatti. Knocks Ward back.
Ward is exhausted. Gatti sees that and seems to have taken some
Yes, and he's taking
fresh air from it.
And he's winning this fight now.
I am humbled by watching these two guys take the punishment they are taking.
Well, we told you it might be a candidate for fight of the year. We didn't know it would be a candidate for fight of the century.
This is the way it has to end.
Arturo Gatti, Irish Mickey Ward, two of the most honest fighters in the sport of boxing, circa 2002. A fight straight out of the 1950s, a throwback to the golden era of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a majority decision. Judge Frank Lombardi scores the bout 94-94, a draw. Judge Richard Flaherty scores it 94-93. Judge Steve Weisfeld sees it 95-93, all to the winner by majority decision, Irish Mickey Ward.
CompuBox numbers after this near incredible display. Gatti landing 82 more punches than Ward.
throwing 229 more punches than Ward. Ward landing at the higher connect percentage. Arturo, for all his skill, still doesn't choose to defend himself all that much. Total power punches. Ward landing 55%, Gatti landing 60%. The fight living up to all of its expectations. All in all, these are astonishing numbers reflecting the enormous punishment dished out to both fighters. Victory carved out by Ward on the basis of the point deduction against Gatti for the low blow and the point bonus for Ward because of the knockdown. That produced the difference in the fight. Let's go to Larry Merchant standing behind the ring.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you guys for giving us a memorable night at the fights. Your impression of the fight, was this as tough as anything you've been through, Mickey?
Most definitely. Arturo's a gentleman. He's a great fighter. He didn't have to prove nothing to no one tonight. He's proved over the years what he can do. You know, he's a great man. He's a great warrior, and I have nothing but total respect for him. This fight was a very close fight. This fight could have went either way in my mind. I take nothing from Arturo. He's a great man, buddy. He's a great guy. He's a manager, Pat Lynch. Great team. They're great people.
Arturo, your impression, have you ever been in anything like that?
Not really. He's a very tough guy. You know, I hit him with some good shots. He kept getting stronger every round, and I got to give it to him. You know, it's a tough fight, close fight. It could have gone either way. I just thought that I shouldn't have got a point taken off for a low blow because, you know, it was not intentional, but that's all right, you know.
Was his durability, his ability to take your punches, the difference in the fight?
Oh, yeah, you know, he's a tough guy, and he's got a good defense. You know, for a guy that don't move a lot, he's got a pretty good defense. You know, sometimes, you know, you don't need to move your head that much not to get hit.
At the end of the ninth round, was your trainer trying to stop the fight, Buddy McGirt?
Not at all. You know, he told me if I want to keep going. He said it's a close fight. You can win this fight. This is the last round. You take this round, you have the fight. And, you know, I want to keep going. You know, he hurt me to the body. He's a strong guy, you know.
Were you almost out in that ninth round?
Actually, I was trying to take my breath back, and he kept punching me. But no, I'm all right. You know, I see him gone, but I'm not.
Did you think he was finished in that ninth round?
Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, I did. But you can't take nothing. You can't take nothing for granted with Arturo. He's like rock. He's like granite.
All right, we're going to take a look at the ninth round, guys, and I'd like you both to describe what you see as we show that entire ninth round, a round none of us who have seen are likely to forget. Did he surprise you the way he boxed and was able to continue?
Yeah, Arturo's a very good boxer beside a brawler. That's what I was worried about.
All right, that body punch really did some damage.
Well, you know, he was hitting me to the body throughout the fight, and that last one just caught the right spot. You know, a body shot is not something you can recuperate.
Right. All right, when you saw how hurt he was with that body shot, did you think he would even survive the round?
I didn't, but like I said, this guy is like granite, man. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I've never hit no other shots like that. My hand's killing me with my elbow. I don't know. What the hell has he got in his head? I don't know. Tell me, man.
All right, did you punch yourself out a little here?
Jesus, almost. When he tried to come back, I said, damn. I just had to keep doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 straight punches, you know.
When he was throwing so many punches, Arturo, did it enter your mind, this guy could punch himself out here?
Well, I thought so that, you know, I said, you know what, he's going to punch himself out. The 10 rounds will be my round. And the 10 rounds, I won that round. You know, I thought I did enough to win the fight. But, you know, Mickey Ward doesn't stop. He's in great shape. God bless him. 36 years old, and he's got a lot to go. Thank you. I like you.
Thank you. You know, he's trained his life around. I'm more proud of Arturo for that than any boxing he could ever do. He's a great man. That's a man to do that. Boxing is just a piece of our life. The real life's outside the ring, and he's proven he's better than it.
All right, let's keep watching this as this fight enters in its last minute, and he keeps coming at you. Were you exhausted by that time, Mickey?
Oh, I don't know what I was. I was just dead, man. I was tired. I mean, I thought I had him, and he kept coming, you know. He's a warrior. What else I can say? He showed his toughness, you know.
So did you get a second wind here
Well, in the last round, you know, I knew I needed
This is the 9th round.
Oh, the ninth. Is it? Oh, wow, that's a long round.
If it's a long round to watch.
But, yeah, and I got the second win. I knew I was hurt. I had to come back strong. I did come back strong, and I was trying to keep my energy for the 10th round. And that's what I did, to come back stronger in the 10th.
When you went back to the corner, were you afraid they were going to stop the fight?
No. It didn't stop in the 9th. They won't stop it in the 10th, because everybody knows who I am. I'm the comeback boy.
You were bloody from early in the fight. Did that blood bother you, Mickey?
It bothered me early on, but it kind of, Gavin did a great job so I felt better as the fight went on. That's the guy, man. This is unbelievable.
You've been in a lot of rounds like this. Anyone quite as intense?
No, not really. I'll put straight up there at the top, you know. Right up there at the top, not the D-top. I don't know. He's a warrior. As you can say, he's a tough guy.
All right, Mickey. Thank you guys very much. One question. Do you guys want to do this again?
I would love to. I would love to get a rematch if it's possible.